Great, we're glad that you're here. Thank you so much for coming out to the Cats of Comedy tonight. So a little disclaimer, because this actually happened. If you're coming here to expect a show about cats doing tricks through hula hoops and wearing tutus and dancing, you've come to the wrong place. Last semester, there was a girl that voiced a complaint, and she legitimately was upset that this show had nothing to do with cats. Cats of Comedy is our stage name. We like to do comedy. If you're like Justin over here in the tuxedo, he's not that nice to cats, so you'll find that out more as he tells his life story later on this evening. My name's Dan. I am the stand-up comedy workshop manager for this semester. We're going to go ahead and kick things off. We're going to get right into it. Yeah, a little small crowd tonight, but we appreciate that. We love the more intimate settings. We feel like you guys can connect to us on a better level, and our jokes are a little fun. Honestly, it's good. So stick around. We promise you're going to have a lot of laughs, and if you don't laugh, you get double your money back. So let's go ahead and start the show.
Welcome. Like he said, welcome. We're the Cats of Comedy. If there's one thing we want you to think, we just want you to think we're all funnier than Jimmy Fallon. Our first comic is Evan.
Oh yeah, it's that. How's it going? Good. Okay. Yeah, my name is Evan Rasmussen. Me and my buddy, we're actually the founders of Cats of Comedy. I invented the name Cats of Comedy. And the thing is, nothing else would have worked. That's the thing. I know it's stupid. I know Cats of Comedy, really, you know. But nothing else, you know, we tried cucumber comedy, cold cut comedy, laugh hour, you know, nothing worked. So Cats of Comedy had to be it. But yeah. So we live in a really, turbulent time. And it's hard to find those times and places where you feel safe, you feel, happy. And one place, the only place where I find that serenity and peace of mind is the bathroom. I don't know what it is, but the bathrooms are so peaceful. I mean, I go in there, whether it's number 1 or number 2, it's me time, it's daddy time. No one can interrupt me, no one can touch me unless I'm in the stall, and then it'd be really creepy if someone can touch me from there. So, yeah, so stalls are a little less, safe feeling. But yeah, just make sure you know where you are, and emergency contact information updated when that happens. But yeah, and one thing about bathrooms that I love, I don't know, do you guys know what I'm talking about? The other crowd didn't know about those paper toilet seat covers? Yeah? Or no? Yeah. No? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. So, paper toilet seat covers. They're the greatest thing that's ever happened. Because, you don't want to, you're in a public toilet, and before you had to, roll out the toilet paper and put your 4 down, your 4 pieces down there as to not, get any butt diseases. Because you're always worried. I'm always worried that I'll be sweaty, or I'll get, butt acne or something. So I put those down. But now they have the thing where you just whip it out and you have to take off the little flap that goes in the water. But that's the thing with that little flap. You put it in and the flap touches the water and the water's and pulls it down. And you're just oh, and then because you were just about to. So then you gotta be ready, with everything. Just okay, you put it down and then you just okay. And you make the landing. Perfect 10. Yeah, butt acne. That's the thing, it's scary. I mean, it's the most unattractive thing you can think of, right? So if you're ready to cross the chassis line in an apartment, just think of butt acne, baseball, and your mother, and then it's a nice mental cold shower for you. Yeah, I've fallen on some pretty hard times. I've fallen on some pretty very hard times, financially, everythingly, and it's tough. And I realized something about myself when you're in such a vulnerable state that, you know, my will to live is very fragile. Like, my will to live is based on, well, right now it's based on the McRib cycle, because the McRib comes like once a year, and Rick from The Walking Dead, like once they kill off that character, Rick, and the McRib is off its cycle, I won't be here. All that will be left to me is my Amazon reviews of Blu-ray and Laserdisc. Like, that's all that will be left is just that, because once Rick dies and the McRib's gone, I'm gone too. There's nothing else to live for, sadly. But no, I have stuff to live for. I have a girlfriend now. Yeah, I know. You're like, how is that lady with a nice pixie cut up on stage have a girlfriend? I don't know. Open your minds. But no, yeah, I have a girlfriend, and you know, I'm 24, she's 20, so it's cool. And the thing about her is that, you know, she has friends that are guys, and a lot of women have friends that are guys. And she, you know, sometimes she goes and gets a job with him, catches up with him, and she's like, and you know, I'm okay with it. Not really, I'm not okay, but she, you know, she's like, well, I'm like, well, she's like, are you okay with that? I'm like, well, it kind of makes me uncomfortable. Like, well, do you trust me? I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I do trust you, but I don't trust them. I don't trust men, because, you know, I'm a firm believer men and women can't be friends. It's, you know, and all you're like, no, I have lots of guys that are friends, they're just friends. And no, they're not. Every guy, no guy looks at a girl and says, boy, she looks like she'd be a swell pal. Oh, someone to talk to and share my secrets, oh boy. Another pal that chalk up on the list. Someone for my fantasy football league, you know. No, it's not like that. Every guy who's looked at a girl is like, wow, I just want to make out with her and, you know, meet her mother. Like, I don't know. Every guy, no guy has ever, you know, wanted or been able to. And I know what you're thinking, but you're wrong. You are very wrong. Because it's all hormonal, it's biological. Biologically, men and women can be friends. Because, you know, women's hormones are different, you know. Oh, a girl's with a guy, and they're interacting, and the girl's like, oh, I'm just gonna be friends with him, and, you know, her hormones are like, oh, very good, and, you know, proceed. You know, but a guy's hormones isn't the same, you know. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be friends with her, and the hormones are like, you're gonna be friends with her? And they're like, because, you know, your hormones are your biological, you know, coding, so it's like, well, your hormones are like, guys are friends, but if girls are now friends, you know, does that mean, because we do that one thing with girls, and then guys, and then it's like, do you like guys? And then you're like, no, hormones, I don't like, no, it's just, we're friends. Really? Really? And then it's just that internal conflict, and you always lose because men and women can't be friends. Remember, I taught you that. I taught you that, and now you know. But yeah, that's the thing about my girlfriend from 2 minutes ago. She's great, and I think she's really beautiful, and I'm not. I am not beautiful. I'm just a sweaty Rosie O'Donnell. I am not beautiful. And I'm getting fat. I love eating. I just love eating. And lots of people love eating. And I don't know what I can do to change that. I mean, I see, the only skinny people who are around now are people who smoke and people who do meth. And I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something right, because weight just falls right off, those guys. They know what they're doing. But yeah, interesting thing happened to me. I was with my friend. He asked me to hang out. I was like, oh, great, cool. So I go there, and he has his girlfriend on speakerphone, which I've never met, which is weird. I thought he was going to hang it up, but he didn't, which made it even more awkward. He's like, oh, yeah, I talked to her. I'm like, oh, hi. What are you doing? And she's like, oh, hi, I'm his girlfriend. I'm making ribs right now. And she lives in Tremont. So I'm like, making ribs. I'm like, oh, do you work at like Outback Steakhouse or something? And she's like, no, I work at the bowling alley. And I'm like, ribs at a bowling alley, how would that be? You know, Evan, it's your turn. Oh, okay. Okay, and then you rock over and grab your bowling ball and it has all that, you know, the sauce and the saliva just goes right into those 3 holes and you're just, woo, you know. I've always wanted to just like I've always wanted to go there and just put like tons of sauce and just put it in. I like sauce coming out and just, oh yeah. But yeah, ribs at a bowling alley, you'll never see that ever again. But that's it for me. My name's Evan. Thank you guys so much.
Give it up for Evan! Are you guys all enjoying yourselves so far? Yeah! That won't last. Next is Isaiah! Give it up for Isaiah!
Thank you. I've always wanted to do that. I want to do it in a full Darth Vader suit, but I ride a bicycle a lot, and the whole outfit just doesn't come together without the cape. I haven't been choked so hard since I quit jiu-jitsu. So I should probably introduce myself a little bit. It's a curious social convention to me because I just don't do well with introductions. At the beginning of the semester, we introduce ourselves to our ward and our class and all this stuff, and by the end of the semester, I've learned exactly 4 people's names. 3 of them are cute girls, and 1 of them is my lab partner. And even then, I go, "Hey, James. That was your lab partner last semester." "Okay, yeah. And your point is?" But everybody else, it's kind of just, I'll see them on campus and I'll say, "Hey, you." Then they'll give me their name, I'm like, "Yep." And I won't remember it next time. But thanks for being a good sport about it. So, but sometimes, I'll see people and I recognize them, but I don't remember where I know them from, and it really bothers me because I look at them and say, "Church, class, ex-girlfriend." Or if it's a guy, church, class, ex-girlfriend's current husband. And he says, "Hey bro, how's it going?" I said, "Oh yeah, we grew up in the same house with the same parents." Well, I got a lot of stuff on my mind. So, what are you gonna do? But the thing that trips me out though is when I see somebody and they're, "Oh, hey, how are you doing?" And I say, and I don't recognize them, and my brain just panics. It goes, "How do I know this person? Where do I know this person from? Did we have a class together? Did I bump into them and knock them down and give them a concussion?" Because if that's how we know each other, it'd explain why they're so friendly. So, but, social conventions, they just baffle me. But I've gotten a lot better at school. I'm to the point where people, they start talking to me before class or whatever, and they start getting into, what's going on, and, getting into their problems a little bit, and I say, "Is this the point where I give you advice, or I just sit here and pretend to listen?" "Oh, it's the pretend to listen part? Good, I can handle that." Okay, well, class is starting, so I better pay attention now. Yeah. So when we introduce ourselves, it's the big three: name, major, something nobody can remember, something odd, usually favorite color. But just this one time, just once, I'd like to see a professor say, "What is your name?" Isaiah. "What is your quest?" "I seek a degree in mechanical engineering." "What is your favorite color?" "Will you please name an application?" "What?" An application, something it's good for, because, how am I going to pick a color? Because, green isn't good for a lot of things. It's great for other things. A green warning sign? Really? A green warning sign? No. Your favorite color for a warning sign is yellow. So, orange, great if you don't want to get shot. So how am I supposed to pick a favorite color? And beyond that, what if I hurt the other color's feelings? They all get jealous and pile up on me. My wardrobe doesn't look great, but it'd really clash if that happened. So, we're coming up on winter, my favorite time of the year, because when I walk outside and I feel my face solidify, suddenly doing all that homework doesn't feel like such a waste of time. And, I'm a huge fan of the pratfall. I'm a terrible person. I've come to terms with it. But I'm a huge fan of the pratfall, and I also tend to talk out loud. And so I see somebody slip and fall, and I say, the coefficient of friction between their feet was insufficient to stop their x-direction motion, which caused a moment around their center of gravity, and they lost their vertical orientation. And the communications major next to me says, "Huh?" And I said, "Well, they slipped." "Oh." And then I realized, I just understood everything I just said. Now, one day at work over the summer, I was found that I do jokes, but I don't do dirty jokes most of the time. And this guy said to me, "You have to do dirty jokes in order to be funny." So I threw mud in his eye. Well, he didn't think it was funny, but everybody else thought it was hilarious. Good night, everybody.
Get up right there, everyone. Our next comic of the night is Dane. So give it up for Dane.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
So what's something that you can buy in a baseball stadium that you can also find locked in a car with the windows rolled up at the same baseball stadium parking lot?
A baby.
Can you buy babies in a baseball stadium? My mom's been bugging me for one for a while. I like baseball. What if I can buy a baby, show it look, and then, all right, perfect, thank you. is better. You can find babies and buy them. Yeah. This brings up an interesting point. I was standing on the edge of a crystal clear lake, and I was babysitting, so I thought to myself, dang, you skip rocks, but those can get kind of boring, so I started skipping babies across the lake. And just like, poo, 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 and then like one, pew, ah, just one. And then I had this weird thought. I was like, I hope a shark doesn't eat one of these. And then I remembered I was at a lake, so a shark's not gonna eat one. And I'm like, okay. A lot of people give plasma for money, but no, that's the wrong time to apply. It's a horrible habit. Some people give plasma. I take plasma, and I throw them at the bankers, and then I take their money. And which is more effective than I get more money. And a loan shark at a blood bank is just a shark. Whenever someone asks me how I slept last night, I go, oh, like this. And then I close my eyes, and I stay like this for about 7 hours. And sometimes I kick and yell violently. I've missed a lot of work, but I like to start my relationships off based on trust. And I'm not going to lie to someone. I'm trying to be cooler. So I tried to learn how to ride a motorcycle. But I'm 24 years old. I feel like I've kind of passed when you're supposed to do that. But I said, no, cool people ride motorcycles. Like my dad. Like my jean shorts, brown woven belt, white socks up to his knees on his kid's dad. Those people are cool. So I went, and my dad's like, all right, let off the clutch, and and then just go real slow. And I let off the clutch, and I pressed the gas as fast as I could, and I did the coolest wheelie that I've ever done, and I broke my wrist. But it was worth it because I got a ton of babes. If you are going to throw up, the problem with throwing up is that the only way to properly throw up is to whip your head back during the act and throw up. That is the only honest way. But most people don't do that. But what they do is, face down. But you can't say that you're throwing down, because if you do that, then you have to fight the nearest person that's next to you. And you're usually weak after you throw up. If I had $1 for every time someone questioned my sexuality, I would have enough money to buy this really cute pair of boots that I found on Pinterest. Are you ladies enjoying No Shave November? Right? All the weird mustaches. The strange thing about No Shave November is that it coincides with Talk Like Sean Connery week. And so last week I saw this guy flailing in the water, and he's like, help! And I'm like, sorry, I can't shave you. tell it in like your business settings. And if Bob from accounting gives you a hard time, just be like, look, Bob, your name is the most made up name. Like when someone just wants to pull a name out of the air, they're like, Bob, please get a different name. And then you smack over his pen caps in the mug that says #1 uncle. And you're like, I don't think that you're the #1 king of comedy because you've got a poster on your wall that has a cat hanging from a tree that says, cats are coming, that says hang in there. But that's not true at all. Cats don't hang from trees. Cats die in trees. So if you think that dying cats are funny, then you don't get my humor. Bob! Back to your corner. But I do work in front of a computer, which can be a problem because sometimes I'll catch my reflection. And then I'm like, nice. And then I'll just wink the entire workday away. Teeth whiteners are really showing. One time I went on a date. So anyway, when someone lights themselves on fire and crashes through a glass window, there's something at the bottom of my screen that says, "Don't try this at home." But at those times, I think to myself, I don't think this house is loving enough to be called a home. So then I light myself on fire and jump out of the window. I have a hairdresser, which is a set of drawers in which I keep hair. I got a haircut recently, and the girl needed it for a class, and she shaved this part real short, and she left this top real long so that it kind of spilled over, and it looked like a bowl cut. And then I was walking down the street, and this man who wasn't very nice said to me, "Hey man, the 1990s called and they want their hairstyle back." And I said, "Why are you discussing hairstyles with me? If the 90s called, warn them about 9/11. I like you guys. You know what? I like you guys so much. I'm gonna do something for you. Do you guys know Jeff Dunham?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm a million times better than he is, and I should have my ventriloquist dummy around here somewhere. Here, let me get him. You guys staring at my butt? Here he is. This is my dummy, Justin.
Hi.
Okay, let's go. Get my, that's just my phone, don't worry. All right, Justin. How are you doing tonight, my dummy?
I think you're the dummy.
Oh, no. What? Why do you think that?
Just kidding.
Are you my friend, Justin? That's it?
Yes.
Oh, good, because I have to build my friends. How did you get here tonight?
I walked.
That doesn't make any sense. Are you enjoying the show so far?
Not really.
Why not? Just kidding. Why are you kidding around so much? I don't know. You're not supposed to laugh. There you go. Sorry.
for Dane, everyone. Our next comic of the night is Justin, so give it up for Justin.
What spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand.
Alright. You know that if you magnify your colon just right, you can set people on fire. I think it must have been distracting to go to general conference during the time of the Nephites. Everybody taking notes. Clank, 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 clank. Every once in a while I'll be on a date and a girl will ask me if I read my scriptures every day. And yes I do. In God days, which is like every 1,000 years. BYU-Idaho operates on trimesters. How subtle.